Thank you, President.
Obrigado, Sr. Presidente Temer.
It is now my honor and pleasure to ask President Putin to make his statement.
Thank you, Mr. President Ramaphosa, dear friends, President Xi Jinping, President Temer, Prime Minister Modi, dear colleagues. Recently, in a closed meeting, we have noted, and I'd like to start remember this once again, remind us once again that these days we are celebrating together centennial anniversary of the outstanding statesman of the South African, Nelson Mandela. During his entire life, he has been upholding and protecting the principles of equality, openness, and fairness. I think that we have full right to state that Mr. Mandela's legacy is reflected in the activities of BRICS. These principles are the basis of the cooperation between the BRICS member states, and it has the character of the real strategic partnership. BRICS membership are reacting jointly to the threats and challenges of our peace and stability. We are cooperating in fighting terrorism, extremism, drug trafficking, trans-border organized crime. And BRICS has a unique play in the global economy. This is the largest market in the world, and the joint GDP is 42% of the global GDP and keeps growing, the 22.3%. And economic sphere, the BRICS countries are collectively solving problems related to modernization of the industry, development of modern technologies, high technologies, development of our competitive edge, and improvement of the life of our population. Those are the priorities of the South African chairmanship in the BRICS, and these priorities the BRICS member states took into account in their work during this year, and this work has been successful. Here we are talking about the theme which has been proposed for a discussion at this meeting. The fourth industrial revolution, or the so-called digital revolution, affects the development of all countries of the world, and including BRICS member countries. The digitalization process covers almost all spheres of our life, creates new economic centers, reduces costs, and increase the productiveness and efficiency of labor. Our task is create comfortable environment in order to attract investments into the state-of-the-art economic sectors, to stimulate the creation of new technologies and their introduction into the economy. The digitalization is one of the priorities of the economic policy of my country, Russia. We've adopted a national technological initiative. It's a set of measures to guarantee the technological development of Russia till 2035. We've launched the Digital Economy of Russia program. We expect that this program will allow us to increase the labor productivity by 2024 by 30%, and new sectors of Russian economy will generate 10%, more than 10% of Russian GDP. In the environment of digital realities, it's very important to guarantee the safety and security of business and our citizens. We take necessary measures, legislative and other measures, in order to achieve the situation when the creation of safe and reliable internet environment go hand in hand with due guarantee of protection of personal data and private life in digital sphere. We hope that closer partnership of BRICS countries in the area of digital economy will allow us to get better qualitative and quantitative indicators of our cooperation. For Russia, consolidation of our trade and investment links with BRICS partners is of high priority. In 2017, the trade with our BRICS countries has grown 30%, which was more than 100 billion of dollars, and we are aiming at further developing this kind of partnership. We pay special attention to the direct contacts between our businessmen. I support new initiatives of Business Council of BRICS in the area of e-commerce, SMEs, and proposals to simplify administrative barriers in order to stimulate trade between our countries. We evaluate positively the activities of the Council for implementation of joint multilateral projects. This should go hand in hand with the activities of New Development Bank. Business should be involved in filling up credit portfolio of the bank. Recently, the operative activities of the New Development Bank has expanded notably. Board of Directors of the bank has approved 21 projects, and out of this number, 5 projects will be implemented in Russia with the budget of $5 billion. We support creation of regional branches of the bank. The negotiations are going now with Brazil. We hope that when these negotiations are over, we start to analyze the possibility to open national office in Russia. We evaluate positively the creation of the contingent reserves arrangement, which is a very important tool for operative financing of our banking sector, for collecting and processing statistical data of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. In 2017, in Samin, the decision has been taken by us to create bond fund of national currencies of BRICS. It's very important for the development of financial and currency systems of our countries. Practical launch of this fund in 2019 corresponds to the BRICS interests. We are grateful to our BRICS partners for their support of Russian idea to create BRICS Energy Research Center. I'm sure that from the quality point of view of its reviews and forecasts, it will be able to compete as equal with leading world energy analytical agencies. I'd like to attract the attention to the Russian bid to organize World Expo 2025 in Yekaterinburg city. We do not compete here with cities from Brazil, India, China, or South Africa. Dear friends, we really count on your support. And at the end of my presentation, I'd like to thank our South African friends, the President of South Africa, Mr. Ramaphosa, for enormous contribution into practical interaction in the framework of BRICS. And thank you for paying attention to our idea to expand our cooperation in the humanitarian sectors, sport, cinema, etc. Thank you for your attention.